What's up, guys? Oh, I looked at the wrong thing. It is Alec. It is the 27th of April. I almost said February. I really don't know why. But anyway, it's 27th of April. It's the afternoon time. And I'm making a super quick update because I've noticed some more stuff. And yeah. So, let's see. I've officially been on testosterone for 6 weeks. That'd be 1.5 months. And it's been a great time. Let's see. Uh, I think that I wouldn't say my body odor is changing per se. I think that I get more of it. Like, before tea, like, clearly if I didn't put on deodorant, like, I might smell at the end of the day. But, like, to be honest, I never did, but I could have gone, like, 2 days in a row without really wearing it as long as I wasn't, sweating profusely, which I did. Like, I kind of had a little bit more sweat, I think, than other people. Like, I would have the back sweat spot and all that crap. But, besides that, I didn't really have much sweat. But what I have been noticing is that, like, with my binder on, I was getting hotter, which sucks, but is worth it. And, what was I gonna say? And like that would make me warmer, but I didn't necessarily sweat more. But now I've noticed that like I just sweat more, and it's just like, and it's just like it's not like that. Oh, you get a little bit of like, glistening facial. It's like a downpour, like soaked hair, like everything, and it's a little ridiculous. But I really don't mind it. It's just like having to get used to it. I find myself doing this a lot or something. It really more happens at work because it gets really warm. It's really gross. I haven't noticed too much with my voice. I feel like what tends to happen is that like the week after my shot, nothing really seems to change too much, but then the week before my shot, so like this current week, more seems to happen, at least that I notice. So, because I've definitely noticed more of a change in my muscles, and like I feel like again, like I feel stronger, and I realize that if they feel thicker, that's what it is. They feel like firmer, like you can tell that they're there. Like it's a more defined thing, which is really obvious, but like it's different to feel it. Like I can tell the difference. Like I can sit here and like flex, and it looks so much different than it used to. It's really hard to tell right here, but it's like I don't know. And then like this arm especially, like yeah, so you can see it more because of the light. But yeah, so that's what I've noticed on there. I've noticed that with like my libido, it definitely went up. But the interesting thing about that is that sometimes I'll just randomly get turned on, and like to the point, not like super ridiculous, but I mean it gets to the point where like it does like consume my brain. Like I have to go get off, or otherwise, like I'm just super distracted, and that's all that I want to do. Um, and I have noticed that I sometimes, especially, will get like super tired afterwards, and like I like have to take a nap. And like I mean, if I get up and do stuff, eventually like that goes away, but I will be tired. So that was an interesting thing, and it's kind of showing that it's like, guys really can't help it sometimes. Like it really depends on your energy level beforehand and like all that stuff. But I have noticed that like I've never gotten so tired like after doing stuff like that. So that was one interesting thing that I noticed that I wasn't really anticipating. I've heard from some people. My face looks a little bit different. It might be hard to tell on the webcam. I seem to be getting like more of a square shape. My shoulders seem to be broader, so that's really cool. So it's been nice. I've had a couple of people, say like, "Oh yeah, your voice sounds lower than last time I saw you, or like a week ago, or something like that." So that's been pretty cool. I don't really think I've noticed anything else. I'm watching for hair. Like I just kind of paying attention to how much hair I currently have, and then I think that on my legs it's starting to get more coarse and it's starting to grow more, but I can't quite tell at this point. Because like I've been wearing, obviously I'm wearing, it's been cold, so I'm wearing pants this whole time, and since like the hair is kind of thin, the pants rub it off in certain places, and I haven't been wearing pants as much recently, so I think that area is just growing back, but I don't know like which is which, so I've been watching for that. Um, that's all that I can, that's all I can really think of. Yeah. One other thing that I wanted to add to this was that I really, I really just wanted to like point out and thank some people, and really not anybody in particular, just like anybody that is supportive of not just trans people but like the community. But I mean, in this case, like specifically transgendered people, and like people that support me, and like people in my workplace and my friends and my family and all that stuff. And like, I don't know if you guys really realize how much of impact you've had. You have literally made my transition a lot easier, and it has made it easier for me to not get upset if somebody uses like the incorrect pronoun, or I don't like get perceived as male out, you know, in public somewhere, because I have so many people recognizing me how I want to be and referring to me as he and referring to me as Alec. Oh, which reminds me, you know, when you're like watching a movie or a TV show, and sometimes it happens like when another person has the same exact name as you, and you're like, oh, I feel like they're talking to me, or like every time you hear the name, it like kind of gets your attention a little bit more than just normally. That has started happening to me with Alex, because I was watching Grandma's Boy the other night and they said it, and it was like the same feeling that I used to get when I would hear Amanda, and it was really weird, and like it's really awesome. And I have definitely been getting more of the feeling of switching over from like Amanda to Alec, because Amanda is my birth name. And like not necessarily like one person is really better than the other, but definitely that switch of just like me coming out and this personality and me being more open, and people recognizing that and calling me Alec. Like I've gotten so it truly feels more like my name than it ever has before. And beforehand, I like enjoyed it, and it was nice to hear and all that stuff. But I mean, now like it's so much more. I don't know. I can't really explain it. But yeah, that's been really cool. So, but I just really wanted to thank you guys, and I just really wanted to let you guys know that, like, it is what you're like, just acting normal and referring to me as Alec is awesome. You know, like just treating me like anybody else. You know, and like I don't mind questions. I don't mind being open about it, and it's really nice, and I really like it, and I'm really appreciative of you guys. And I just wanted to let you guys know that you seriously have a huge impact, even if you can't really tell, even if you don't do that much. Just recognizing me as male is fantastic. And I felt that you guys deserved a shout out. Really, anybody that supports the trans community, or that really like, you know, the GLBTQ community, is just, you're fantastic, and you definitely deserve a huge thanks, and you definitely have helped make this transition easier for me and all that stuff. So anyway, I will go. I hope you enjoyed my video and my update. Really have not been doing good on the videos, have I? I'm gonna work a lot next week, so I don't know how possible it's gonna be, but so yeah. So I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, and I will talk to you later. Goodbye.